that shit if you ain't ready to get hit.
Well, allow me to drop some knowledge.
We have to disagree. I saw that Sailor Moon outfit.
There we are.
What's up?
Yeah.
Let me just invite Mike.
I gotta join you. I saw you with the blunt. I'm like, hold on, where my pen at? Where my pen?
Yo, normally I would have already smoked by now, but I was so busy all day. That's like comfort. What's up, girl?
What's going on? The squad's all here.
Yeah.
On. So good to see you guys. You know you're my favorites.
Oh,
Oh, that touched my heart.
yeah.
That touched my heart.
How y'all doing today?
Doing good, doing good.
I'm still confused if I heard thunder or fart still, because I heard some shit, but I'm still wondering what the fuck that was, though.
That was nothing but your neighbor's Taco Bell from last night. That's all that was.
You know what's funny? I had Taco Bell 2 nights ago.
No shit down. See? The dragon knows. The dragon knows.
I had some, I tried it, like, because it's been years, like a couple of months ago, and I was like, what the fuck is this? First of all, fries that were nacho. I was like, what are these? Y'all don't got regular fries? You don't just give somebody nacho fries without warning them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's good, but you got to pay a price immediately.
Oh, shit. Shout outs to Chris.
Chris, Johnny was good.
What? Hope you're doing well. All right, guys. What's going on, my BMF army? It's your favorite Jedi, the BMF goddess. Joined by my wrestling co-host crew, the lovely Megan, Jay, and the Black Dragon, Maurice Jones.
All day.
We're gonna be discussing everything that went down in Extreme Rules. You know, anyway, you know the stuff that we actually gave a shit about, and
exactly.
Not wrong on that.
DX 25th anniversary, awesome.
Yeah.
I have to say, I enjoyed both. How did you guys feel?
As a whole, very enjoyable. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't enjoy that, I don't know what you're looking for. Because it had a little bit of everything. Like, yeah.
You feel the changes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It got exciting. That's how like it got exciting now. Like it's something that we were looking forward to for a while. Like that change that we've been asking for, not just recently from the pandemic, but before. Like we've been asking this change for at least a good decade, and they're showing it now.
How does it feel to have an Extreme Rules pay-per-view and all the matches were Extreme Rules? Like, it seems like simple.
Yeah,
Finally.
Yeah, because last year it wasn't. It was only one match. It was Reigns versus Finn Balor, and it was the Demon Finn Balor at that. So I like the change. I think it's great. I just wish for one night we couldn't get Billy Gunn for one night.
So I heard that they tried.
For the second. We got to give him the
definitely heard that they tried, but you know, contract.
What's up, my dude?
Because he was at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, so that's what I'm saying.
Well, could it be the fact that when did they got inducted in the Hall of Fame? Like 2019, right? Or
2019. Yeah.
So around that time, AEW was fresh, and Cody Rhodes was also in control too. So he didn't give a shit. He didn't care about the competition.
Probably
but
so.
I feel like So I feel like now that it's getting competitive, Tony Khan try to put his big boy pants on and not let Billy Gunn have that freedom.
He should have.
But I think as a boss, how would that benefit Tony Khan to let Billy go? You know, it could have been nice, have been courteous, but he got enough going on his plate. I get it. It is what it is. He still got reference, so that was at least nice.
I heard that it could have something to do with the fact that WWE has been whispering to some of their talent, and Tony's not feeling that. I mean, obviously.
It's been more than a whisper, but yeah, absolutely. Listen, the game
more than a whisper, because it's like you saw a lot of people outcry when they found out Triple H was back. You were like that. You never saw so many people trying to get out their contract.
Yeah.
And that was the issue.
He's one of them.
Yeah, Malachi Black was one of them. Malachi, Keith Lee. I'm not sure about Swerve though, but I know. Yeah,
I wanted to ask you, Megan, about this. I met these couple of guys at the Barclays in the wrestling show, and Megan says you have more scoop to it. Is it true that Malachi confessed it in Twitch, saying that he's signing a 5 years with AEW, or he's just doing it to catch us off guard?
Like, you said Malachi or Moxley? Which one?
Malachi Black. He said that he's signing a 2-year deal with AEW. No. You think he's just throwing us off? All right, cool.
He playing the role.
Trying to surprise us. Although,
you know, playing the role.
The kayfabe is getting annoying though, because
talk to Johnny. Ask us who's our favorite members out of DX.
Damn, that's a good question.
That's tough. It's like asking which one of your kids are the favorite in front of their face.
China. So
shout out to Sean for referencing her.
If you're asking like who was your favorite leader, well, Sean created it with Triple H, but Triple H elevated it when he brought the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac back.
But they were gonna. But think about it, they were already friends because there were glimpses of them trying to before Sean got hurt.
Yeah.
So,
they already knew. They already knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I would say Sean, just because during DX, I think Sean gave me the most laughs. He was doing the most, over the top stuff. And when I think DX top moments, it's usually Sean doing something he's not supposed to do, which is great.
Perfect set, Sean. That's why.
Listen, hey.
Well,
I'm a Kurt Angle fan. Listen,
no matter what, but wait, are we going off topic though?
We are. Let's you're right. Let's get back.
Well, I want to know what you guys what were the highlights for you as far as the matches? What were your favorite matches, and what was your least favorite, and why?
And Liz,
Megan, you start, mommy.
Okay.
Ladies first.
I want to say unexpected was that first match. That was unexpected. Like you got goosebumps watching it. Like, what the hell? You're like, oh great, who gotta follow this?
I don't know. What was the first match for those?
The first match was it was with Sheamus and I'm going to say Pete Dunne.
Yeah. Thank you.
The Brawling Bruce versus Imperium. Like I said, that match was unexpected. Like, we know how they get down, especially with their European style. They're a little bit more stiffer. Yep. So when you got a European versus European, they're more likely to hit harder to each other because they know they can handle it. That was unexpected. Liv versus Ronda, their chemistry, they don't have it. She had more chemistry with Baszler. She did. Because she has that signature move where she kind of does like the foot to faces, but to the back, and then you're supposed to headbutt to the turnbuckle. And
she has more charisma. She has more charisma in her match.
She couldn't do it. She had charisma doing to the lead up. Because then she lay Lacey Evans out on the table. So, because the thing is but honestly, in my opinion, I think This is the setup for Shayna. It's no secret. Triple H loves Shayna.
Yeah.
He does. He really, really loves her. And we all want that Shayna versus Ronda match. We want it.
We want it. But they've been pushing it. They've been teasing it a little
They're
bit.
teasing it a little bit,
When Shayna became the #1 contender, they were pushing that little feud, that little tease.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I like the match. It wasn't their fault. They didn't have chemistry. I felt like they built up Liv, but then they took away her luster by making her like you fake tap out. Like now you're not as cool. They tried to do the extreme thing. It didn't work. I didn't care. They
pulled the Austin and Bret Hart thing.
I don't want to use Austin and Bret in the same sentence.
That's totally two different things. Because that was a double face turn. That's why.
I get it. It just didn't work for me. And it's also not their fault because the match prior killed it already. So
basically, yeah, it was.
It was. I think
things don't work.
Do you think they're going to put her in a tag team now? Because yeah.
It looks like they're teasing it with Bray. Like the way that they did the exclusive interview, she's in the dark. She's getting emo again. Like
I think that's what they're gonna go with.
No. No. Leave Sister Abigail alone. That heifer is dead. She in peace. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Chris, come on, man. Don't rush us. Don't rush us. We're flowing.
Now we gotta keep it moving. We gotta keep it moving.
But you know what match that didn't
Now, the two matches like I really were, well, I would say not care about, I would say underwhelming was Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre. It was underwhelming. It was. First of all, it's hard, when it's a match with a stipulation added to it, you don't need to add more distractions.
Yeah.
She's right.
She didn't need to be in there at all. If it was a regular match,
if you look at it this way, if you look at it as a classic wrestling fan, the Extreme Rules match favors the heels more than top baby faces because they get to use they get to break they don't have to break the rules anymore. Now they can just use the rules that is set up to destroy the baby face. But I did agree that I feel like putting Scarlett involved in that match too much, it made, I hate to say it did make both of them look weak. Like it made two big dudes that could actually wrestle and put a match, you made them look weak with that. Like
I get why they tried.
Yeah, I get it. No.
They tried to beat Drew without taking away any momentum, but it didn't work because it looks stupid.
It's not going to affect though. This affected him. Like the way how it ended up. That affected him a little. But the momentum would have stayed the same if those two literally just had a fucking amazing match. Like that momentum would have been amazing. Not just one.
Yeah.
But to me, I think what caught me more like a good storytelling wise, it kept it old school, was Finn and Edge. That match really popped my eyes. Story wise, that showed us that he was better in that emotion than Cena was when he fought Batista and The Miz.
Absolutely.
I will never quit. No, he literally went like this. Go to hell, Finn. You a son of a bitch. He showed that emotion that made us gonna be like, when are they gonna both say I quit? Because they look like none of them was gonna say it.
It looked like they weren't. Exactly. Give me 1 second, guys. Goddess, you were saying something?
Yeah, that if you can answer Brooklyn King's question about the strap.
Are you supposed to slap all four corners in the strap match? No, you're confusing a four corners match with a strap match. Yeah. Strap is just using the strap as a gimmick, four corners when you have to touch all four.
When you do the bullhorn match, that's when it has the ball on each corner.
The best example is Eddie Guerrero versus JBL. And then also Umaga versus CM Punk. Those.
That's a good one too.
Wasn't it also Dusty and Randy? They did a bullhorn match at one point.
Yeah, they did a bullhorn match. It was it that Great American Bash?
Oh my God.
It was Dusty. It was Dusty Rhodes.
Wow.
Okay, my boss is right. I am a wrestling encyclopedia.
You got it. You got it.
I remember the way it was. I'm so
Don't
bad.
don't ask me what I ate 2 weeks ago. I couldn't tell you.
That's the way it works.
But if you tell her what happened in 1987 Royal Rumble, she'll give you the fucking details. She'll say, who got in it? She'll be like, no, we came in at number 4.
Fucking
But
Keeps us in check. I love it.
She'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah, it's like that. I don't know what you're talking about. Kind of like
And what
that.
did you guys think about the finish of the match? Because I thought that was just great storytelling.
oh, amazing,
Because-
amazing. It pushes Rhea and Beth. Mania.
Easy,
That's
easily.
it. That's a Mania
Easily.
match right there.
Oh, yeah.
It pushed it. It pushed it to that level.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a couple break. Let them come by surprise. Shocking everybody. Those two coming in together to beat up Judgment Day. But right now, Judgment Day, I feel like they got that Survivor Series War Game match.
I
think it's gonna be the whole team.
Me too.
I
Because
think
Triple
that's the
H
first War
loves
Game match right
factions.
there. That's
He
Survivor
loves
Series.
factions. He loves factions and tag teams. I'm seeing tag teams slowly forming.
Better, but better.
I see, so as much as I love my Usos, y'all got some competition because we gonna get a
absolutely.
tag team at that Wyatt family. We damn sure Gallows and Anderson are back. So that's another thing too. So it's like you're slowly starting to see teams come together
Judgment
and
Day
you're like,
being good. But can we just be honest about one thing? As much as I know he's a second generation, he needs the work right now. Dominic Mysterio.
Absolutely.
A lot of work.
If I was Dominic Mysterio, I would fight Logan Paul for making me look worse.
I have a question for you guys.
Under the tutelage of
Yeah, but I have a question for you guys. You guys just heard boos, right, from Raw on TV. That's all you heard? They cut us off then. We were saying, shut the fuck up. Literally.
oh, wow.
We were chanting that, shut the fuck up. I guess they cut it off because they don't want us to say it on TV.
No, we just heard on our end. We just heard
We
Oh,
were
really?
saying, shut the fuck up to Dominic Mysterio.
But do
Because
you think it's because he okay, first of all, let's be clear. You put your hands on your daddy.
No,
You
but
put your
Michael Cole
hands
does it
on your
better.
parents.
He reacted a lot better. Michael Cole, his reaction on Extreme
but
Rules,
go.
of that
Can
whole
you
storyline.
get the gold star for that
free.
night?
You can tell he's free.
Yeah.
I see a lot of promise in Dominic, though. He has a lot of rounding out to do, of course, but I see a lot of promise in him. And
No,
I
I
know
do,
You know what it is? It's not fair
why can't
because
we see what he
what
evolves?
he gets, he just needs more time. There's some people who are naturally attuned to it. The Kurt
Yeah,
Angles will pick it up in
you know
6
what it
months.
was?
There's some people
I
who
feel
need
like
time.
He did exactly what Ted DiBiase Jr. was going through. He got pushed too far, and they just didn't
Because of
see
their
the
parents.
potential in that speed. He had to work with them a lot more until they finally get up to that level.
Oh, I
The
see
thing
this
about
in the
Ted
comments.
DiBiase
Hold on,
Jr.
let me read this. Mark Miley 26 said, "Hey, Black Dragon, the very best wrestler in the world." Well, this guy just has good opinions. I just have to read. That guy knows what he's talking about. I mean,
I honestly think they put Dominic in that group because so he can grow.
Yeah.
Because think
it's a
about it.
good group to work with.
Even because him and Reno are the same age. He's just more experienced than he is. And you got Finn Balor, who's been doing this in New Japan. He's been doing this for like
Yeah, of course. Damian Priest.
and then you got
And a
Damian
trainer.
Priest, punishment by
And he's a trainer.
So I think him being in a faction is going to help. I mean, think about it. How long it took Xavier Woods to have a match before he was in New Day. Now we knew him as Consequences Creed.
Consequences, yeah.
But to us, look how long he was in New Day before he actually had a match. So maybe that's what they're doing. Like, not only can we help him with his character work, we can also help him in the ring.
But here's the thing too. Like, if you notice, even when Dominic started, when he started feuding with Rollins, you noticed it in him. It's his first match, and he's not just fighting a guy that's an underdog or undercard guy. He's fighting a former main eventer heavyweight champion at SummerSlam. So you could tell he was nervous. He didn't know what to do. And don't get me wrong.
Oh.
That night was his shine, and he shined. He surprised us that he could be good in the ring. He could move around. He could tell a story with Rollins. But then when you keep pushing him, for instance, like I don't want to compare them, but it's like Reigns and Cena. You keep shoving them in a spot where they need to come out naturally, and instead of shoving it in our throats, you're doing exactly to Dominic with Ray. And that's making Ray look bad because no one's going to be excited for Ray because we know he's coming with Dominic. Now it's more interesting because you're putting Dominic in a position where we all knew it was coming one day. It's going to be a first ever father and son at a Mania match, which that's what they're pushing towards to.
Yeah.
So they're working so hard for Dominic to get it. But like I said, in the crowd, when they were saying that, they showed me in that moment that Dominic was liking it. He was liking that heat he got. He needs it. He needs it, and he needs it. He was smiling. When we started chanting that, that was the reason why he was smiling. Because he was like, okay, I got that heat. Now, let's see if you embrace that heat. Let's see if you can pop out of that heat.
Let's see if he can use it before it turned into that X-Pac go away heat. That's going to be the challenge.
I mean,
that happened too.
Your parent, good God, Jesus Christ! Like when he hit his daddy, Michael Cole get a gold star that night.
Yeah, he did. Extreme Rules, he did amazing. He did amazing.
Yeah. He was so mad when he hit Ray. He was like, "That's your dad." I'm like, "That's your dad."
And then he goes like, "You son of a bitch." Once he said that, I'm like, "Yes, that's
so free.
I remember. That's the one I remember."
It's nice, no madman yelling in your ear.
Yeah, he was standing most of the time too in Extreme Rules, like chanting, shouting, like, "Oh my!" Like he's doing what Mauro Ranallo used to do for us in NXT.
Oh,
I
miss him. I miss him so much.
He should be on Raw with Corey Graves.
He should be wherever he want to be, man.
They need to be on Raw.
Nah, cause Corey Graves is a little mini JBL too.
True.
Yeah. She's right. She's right.
So,
that's absolutely true.
Keep their asses away from each other now.
Yeah. What was the next match after that?
It was the ladder match. Woo.
I think Bianca is what they wanted Charlotte to be. Because, she's everything. She's a natural star. She's somebody that people can idolize, look up to. I know her merch sales are good. She's athletic. She knows how to sell. She sells her ass off. She could tell a story. The hair alone, you're going to get a spot. You can use it. Like, what more could you want? Like,
she's the female Reigns now. She's the woman that you really need to work hard to beat. Right. That's who she is. She's the female version of you need to be on her level to beat her. And if you're not on her level, you're just going to keep your ass up on her.
She's relatively, like, as a whole, relatively new. And to already be on that level, that's crazy.
This chick was running track. She was fought after. She didn't think about this.
She was thinking about it, lucked up. Sometimes you get lucky. That's just lucky.
And that's the crazy part.
Yeah, but the thing goes to most of those athletes. Like Roman Reigns, his dream job was to be an NFL player. And look, one of the biggest stars in the WWE. Same goes with The Rock. And same goes with Lesnar at one point. Lesnar just wanted to be a collegiate Olympic wrestler. And then WWE signed him, became one of the biggest thing ever. You know what happened? Kurt Angle.
Damn right, Kurt Angle.
And if people remember, same goes with Taker and Kevin Nash. They wanted to be basketball players. They became fucking amazing wrestlers.
Yeah.
So
because it teaches you that worth ethic, but she's like, the match went exactly the way it should go.
Yeah. It made Bailey
played her role. They did everything he was supposed to do. That's the way the match was supposed to go.
Can we just give Bailey credit that she gave a tribute to Sarah Lee on her wristband? Yes. That was dope. She pointed it out the moment she got in the ring to fight.
That was dope. It made Bianca look strong as hell because she on both of them.
on both of them, and
and
struggles a little bit, which in my opinion makes you look even
Those
stronger.
two girls are like 4 feet tall, and Bianca's probably as a fucking horse.
Just got it on, like, bruh.
Like, lifting them up and shit.
Yeah, she bench pressing three
But
of
now
them.
the question is, right? Long-term booking, who takes the title off of her?
Whoever does is going to change their career immensely.
I hope it's not Charlotte.
It has to be an
That's the
NXT.
only
It has to be
thing.
to be honest.
It's gotta be somebody up and coming.
To be honest, if no one from Raw right now, because everybody on Raw has been champion before. Like, you're not gonna give it a Becky again. Becky now is in that relevant conversation that she doesn't need the title no more.
She doesn't need it. That's the problem. She's so big.
Like, it has to be. To be honest, if they push at least Kylie Ray really good to a point that she is that next level and goes to the main roster, I could see her doing it because she does give a good match. And was that new girl that everyone's behind so far in NXT?
Behind the thickness?
The thickness?
The thickness.
That's the only one I see doing something because she has the crowd. She's getting pushed.
I want my match. I want my Bianca versus Naomi. That is a one match that we need. We saw them touch at the Royal Rumble, and how great that was. These two need to have a match.
I think it'd be a good match, but is Naomi the one to take the title off of her? I don't know.
Naomi don't need it. Naomi doesn't need it.
I disagree. I think Naomi does need it.
Well, she needs it.
I don't think she's at the position to deserve it right now.
Okay, but if you think about it let's look at it this way. You know who Naomi needs to take it out of? In all honesty, Ronda. Just to give her that moment.
Yeah, I can see that. If
Naomi's gonna
I don't want to do that. Ronda, Shayna. That's it.
That's true. Okay, facts. Naomi and Bianca, no, I don't see it. Like, I would love to see that match, but I don't see Naomi taking the belt. I don't think she needs to.
Goddess, you just gave me an idea. What if they build to the Shayna Rousey match, and then they let Shayna like go really like dastardly heel, and then they could have Shayna take it off of Bianca if it was on some like I'm gonna break your arm, like almost like Pentagon Junior type stuff. If they built
it would be a good storytelling
like that,
it would be a good storytelling. But it like the way how Triple H is doing it too, he's bringing back some memory storylines too. So Bianca. It will put pressure on Bianca because that's the only person she hasn't beaten in NXT, especially for the NXT title. So if you do that, that'll be a great storytelling. It's going to make it seem like Bianca's going to fight a person that she never beaten and never had a chance to beat. But now let's see where it goes because now the roles reversed.
Yeah.
Bianca's a champ. And
they could that.
I can see that.
I'd watch that.
Great storytelling. Yeah.
But y'all don't think Rhea Ripley gonna take it off of Bianca? Because remember that
you know what? And I was
Money in the
Thank
Bank.
you for reminding me. I was saying this for months now. I think Rhea should be the one to take it because of the heat she's getting as a Judgment Day character. And also, Rhea really didn't had a good title run when she won it the first time from Asuka.
That's true.
That title run was just and I get it. We were in the pandemic. They were in the Thunderdome. She didn't get that proper reaction she got when she challenged Flair.
I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
He was gone.
I felt the same way for Drew's title run because he was doing his thing. But nobody got to see it.
They need to give him, and I think he will. Triple H, if he's smart enough, I think he'll let them do that run.
I was excited to see him and Carrion, but it just it didn't turn out.
It didn't look you poke a lot of holes in Carrion's game. Like he showed a lot of things that I was like, hold up now.
You gotta work on that. Yeah.
Damn.
Was it just me?
No.
Right.
Oh, okay. That was just me.
No, definitely.
Oh, okay. I was like, something ain't right.
Yeah,
like, that's not supposed to go. Yeah, one of these things are not like the other. Like, why is this not going together? Oh, I thought it was just me.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I think any true wrestling fan would have saw it already. Like in
It's just like,
it was just like,
this ain't, yeah.
yeah.
But now the opposite of not meshing, let's talk about do meshing, that fight pit.
all right, can I say this?
Daniel Cormier look like a big ass kid. That's all I got.
Can I say this? Can I say this? I had to be the first one to talk
Oh
about
yeah,
this.
come on, Mr. MMA fighter.
Yeah, that's why Megan said it. As an MMA fighter, you bring Daniel Cormier to special guest referee for a match that literally was showing no interest in the moment the match started, the way how Matt Riddle did in the first match in NXT. That gave it, like, they're gonna fuck each other up. Like, they're gonna really, huh?
It was with Timothy Thatcher, and Kurt Angle was the guest referee. They wanted Angle to be Riddle's manager.
Yeah, exactly. But here was the problem, what I didn't like. Daniel Cormier, let's just be honest. I love the guy. Great wrestler. Great collegiate wrestler. Great athlete. One of the greatest champion of all time. But my man looked like Pillsbury dope boy just standing there fucking looking at all these two guys making moves. And the only time he interact was when Rollins and Riddle accidentally hit him.
Yeah.
And you didn't even show that, like, that story. Like, you needed to be like, yo, do this one more time. Like, something. You're literally saying so nicely, don't put your hands on me. You're fighting him. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
It
Like,
was a waste of Cormier. Like
that was literally there was no story into it now. Now you're just being weird.
Yeah.
But the fight pit, everyone said that was the match of the night. Agree or disagree? I still think the opening match was the match of the night. And that followed it. It was the I Quit match. I think that followed it. So those two, I feel like those matches were.
I have to give that a B though. Like the match, I felt like it was overbooked. It didn't need to be that long, but it was still a great match from two guys who are like incapable of having bad matches.
Yeah, no, but
also, can we give a special shout out to the entrance gear? Because again, being a wrestler. The story starts as soon as the camera turns on. Him with the RVD playing the mind games. I love it.
Because you said that was a street fight. That was a street match.
It's genius.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. That's why I like Velveteen Dream with the takeovers. I used to want to see his gear.
Absolutely.
Like, what is he gonna do this time? Like, what is he gonna do this time around?
No, but
people they overlook.
I feel like the match was too they were trying too hard to make it more like an MMA match, which is not gonna work. It shouldn't. That's why I was a little with it. Don't get me wrong. The delivery, the punchline of all the match how it ended, it was good. Like it needed to look realistically too. Because when did you see wrestlers tapping out somebody in a triangle choke in WWE or AEW in general? You barely see it.
Kurt Angle versus Undertaker. No, I tried to do your style. I can't do it.
No, it's all good. Taker the Big Show, but other than that, like you barely see it. And it turned into Taker's official finisher submission. But in MMA and realistically, let's just be realistically, you could get out of it if you know how to freaking work with those submissions. So for Riddle to do that to Rollins, it made Riddle show, hey, just because I left UFC and now I'm here doesn't mean I'm not gonna do these moves that I did in UFC. That's the only way he made it so good. Other than that, like what pissed me off, I'm gonna be honest, when Riddle was kicking Rollins was like I'm like, bro, you're overselling it. Stop. He's not really. If he really would have fucking kicked you, and Riddle can kick, he
sure can.
Make it more like. Do what you guys were doing, the brawl in the parking lot, the brawl backstage, the SummerSlam brawl. Do that. That made it more like, yo, these two fucking hate each other. Yeah. Like, do it like that. But I give it like a B, but it was good, but it could have been better. That's how I look at it.
Could have been better. I enjoyed it.
something. Maurice, do you know an indie wrestler by the name of Johnny Ace?
I do.
He was on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
The overselling part, I felt that heavy.
Yeah.
I have to be honest.
No, it's absolutely true. And I think what it was is I think they had a game plan for what was going to happen the next night. So I think that was Rollins like, I'm going to try to make him look good. I'm going to do it up for him. I'm fine. I'm not going to lose anything. And sometimes as wrestlers, sometimes as workers, we just do stuff to pop ourselves or pop the boys in the back. I think he was just in there having fun. And sometimes we don't translate, sometimes not for the fans. Because, it was too much. But then again, there's certain things that people do too much all the time and we love. This one, because it has such a storyline, we wish if it was a regular match, it wouldn't have been a problem. But because this has so much build up and emotion, it wasn't the best time to do it. But I don't think it took that much away from the match. It was still an awesome match. Could have been better. Have little bits and pieces.
I just feel like
It didn't feel like out of place. It didn't feel like it didn't deserve to be the main event. It was a good, hell of a match. Like the finish. I don't know why Cormier was there.
Honestly, I would have thought the I Quit match would have been the main event, but I guess I understood why they did the Riddle and Rollins but think about it, Finn and Edge been feuding almost around the same time.
For a while. Storyline wise, you would think that would have been the main event. Yeah, I agree. But
story-wise, I think that would have been, and it ended it like that, the way how it ended.
I'm sorry. The real main event, finally, the thing we've been waiting for forever.
And I thought somebody was going to be, were you guys disappointed that he didn't attack anyone?
No, I wasn't.
No,
I really wasn't.
How could you?
Go ahead, guys.
How could you not be?
Yeah. Because I was like, okay, whoever wins.
I got nothing. That's what sucked for me as far as that went.
Like,
I think the fact that all the characters are people.
I've been expecting it. I was just waiting. I'm like, what?
I love characters and people now.
Yeah, the characters are people. So now you got stuff wondering. Slow play it. Because again, the booking of Bray, I'm still worried about. Take your time. Make it money, get your merch.
Don't let them feud yet. Don't let them feud with nobody.
Take your time, show up, do the 5-5 Funhouse. The longer we stretch it out, the more time you got to develop, get these other characters going, the better it's going to be for him. Because you see how you're ready to see him fight somebody? That's what we need to milk and build up to. If you spoil it, then we already know what's going on.
It takes some time. Don't rush it. The whole thing with Bray, I wasn't disappointed. I was more interested in like what's he gonna be, like what this new development character is coming. That was my fear. Like my fear, like please don't go back to the original Cole. Like evolve it. And that was one thing that I remember that Taker said in the podcast with Stone Cold and the Broken Skull. How you keep a dark supernatural character relevant by evolving it. By adapting it to the new generation. And that's what Bray is doing. Bray is evolving by the horror movies now. Instead of slasher, supernatural guy walking slowly, kicking your ass, he does a cult leader type of supernatural thing. Then he did like a demon coming after you because that's what's going on in the horror world.
And right.
And back then, Taker and Kane, their version of horror was, Jason, Michael Myers. It was because it was a slasher. The slasher took over the 90s. Now it's all that supernatural.
The jigsaw.
The jigsaw.
The mind game.
Mind games. Exactly.
Yes, mind games.
So what Bray is doing, like people thinking, oh, he's coming out with a new mask, but then he takes it off. He's catching you off guard, little by
the new mask was fire.
And also
I love that mask.
The firefly is upside down. Here's the thing that I wish I was a fly on the wall. You can't tell me when he was done and he turned around in that gorilla position, he didn't feel like he wanted to cry.
He did.
You could not tell me because Bray is one of those few that can hold it. Like even he was having a hard time holding his composure, especially when he was like, "We're here."
Yeah.
And
the moment you heard that song,
they went
crazy. The moment the light turned off. You think he knows deep down he's loved by all the wrestling fans. He is loved.
And they've been
So
waiting.
you think the moment he started saying he has the whole, you think the crowd was not gonna, and you did it in the most biggest wrestling fan arena. You did it in Philly. So you think you was not gonna get the pop? You got the pop, bro.
Like,
and he deserves it.
Even in Brooklyn, you know, New York is also one of the top fans in all the arenas of MSG and Barclays. The moment we heard him, we thought he was coming out finally. No,
well, he'll be in New Orleans.
Yeah, he'll definitely be there. And I heard he's officially linked to SmackDown, so that's good. I just want them to slow play it. Don't overexpose him. He shouldn't be coming out every week. It should only be for big, important things. Make him feel special. If you treat him special, he'll feel special. He'll last longer, and he'll get the run that he deserves. Take it.
I think he is, because Shawn Michaels loves him. Shawn Michaels, he said it. He said, I look at him like a Undertaker. I do. He's your generation Undertaker. And he's so special. He's special. Like I said, he's so, and you got to think about it too. He has more, his hunger is going to be more because he's been gone for a year.
Yeah.
AEW and New Japan, everybody was trying to get at him. He turned them all down.
And
he turned them down.
And it's unique. Who do they have that's like him? Who's even closely similar?
Everyone else was making rash decisions, going here, going there.
Yeah, everybody was making rash decisions. Yeah. Here's the thing that I don't want people to do. Please do not put him in the same box as a Karrion Kross.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Sorry, what?
Don't put him in the same box as a Karrion Kross.
Not gonna happen.
Don't do that.
Not gonna happen.
Because those are two different animals. Two. So please don't do that. I honestly think
I feel like if they put him on SmackDown, the moment I think you know what's gonna happen, we know Bray's gonna be at the Rumble. That we know for sure. That's a given. Like you cannot have him out of the Rumble. But because he hasn't been in a Rumble match in years, so he needs to be in one. And do I say give him the win? Not yet. Not yet, because then you tarnish the speed again, like you're speeding to push him that far up.
That's too fast.
So I agree with Maurice. Build him up slowly.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't even have to be in the Rumble. I think maybe that's when he should pick on someone. Maybe have him call somebody to be eliminated. He's not even part about it. He kidnap somebody or something, takes him, and that can start the feud.
So,
gotcha.
The way how Dexter Lumis is doing with the Miz, like that's a good
Dexter Lumis.
You mean to tell me is following him and ain't got no damn contract?
I love it.
In federal crime.
But the story is great. The story is great. The story and the way how Sean said it. I know Dexter. He had like that, the way how he did it. Oh my god, that shit made me laugh.
I love it.
That made me follow like Sean. Really? Well. Yeah, if you think about it, okay. Yeah, that's the attack. Just to attack. He has a purpose.
But that's one thing that I loved about the whole skit. That like Dexter is not getting pushed in the match yet. He's not feuding with anyone. He's just talking.
Entertaining without wrestling. Also, speaking of entertaining without wrestling, you got to give a shout out to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso's face have been like the MVP for the past month. Bro, he's been making people break character.
He's the only one dancing, trying to act gangster.
He's having a ball.
All right, so we're on Raw. So we're gonna talk about Raw now. So
yeah.
All right.
Can
so
I say one thing first?
How did you guys feel about when Diaz came out?
Huh?
I thought it was funny how they would get bleeped out.
It was cute.
Ready? They were like, you know what my job is now? Like,
oh my God, there's 4 cocks on your desk.
I mean, that was...
No, we heard, once you guys were getting the bleep, we heard every single word. And when Shawn Michaels was cursing, we heard every single word. We were dying laughing. He was like, you better get the fuck now. Once we heard that, we're like, yes, like, please.
Yo, when like, dog 6, that's that gas.
You can see in Triple H's face, he wanted to laugh so fucking bad, but he couldn't. He had to play character. But then, but people threw. I don't think it was throwing shades. He was just doing a segment. I don't like that people, even online, people saying that Triple H threw shade at AEW. Like, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He's just saying to DX, behave yourself, don't attack everybody, don't do that.
No,
that's all he was
people
saying.
who thought he was throwing shade are people with guilty consciences because there's a fire over there. So anytime somebody says, "Hey, chill out, don't act up," they're like, "Oh."
So the shade is when he told DX when he was holding the chicken, and Shawn Michaels goes like, "Oh, let him choke on the chicken," blah blah blah, and he left. Triple H says, "Okay, and don't fight backstage." They think that was throwing a shade when CM Punk had a brawl backstage.
Yeah, of course, the brawl,
I didn't even think of that. I thought
nobody thought of it. Everybody in the arena was laughing because he was basically being the big brother saying, "Guys, behave yourself."
Yeah,
that's the only way I took it. I took it that way.
I took from it too.
But everyone
into it.
And I think like 3 people that was sitting behind me, they were like, "Oh, he's throwing shades at Tony Khan." Yo, we all turned around and said, "Shut the fuck up, bro." Like, now you're doing the show. Like, we all literally turned around and said that to him. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, AEW is on the other side. We're in WWE right now. Let's enjoy what he's going to do.
I took it as, remember how he said, "Yo, I got responsibilities now. I got a shoulder on." That's why he was even like a father trying to stall them. Please don't fight.
But that was
that's what I got from it.
I don't know how online. I looked at on Facebook. I looked at on Instagram online. Everyone was saying, "Oh, he's throwing shades at AEW." It's not. You guys. All right.
Love the drama.
We miss it. Yeah. Let's just be honest. We all miss it. We all miss the Monday Night Wars. We miss that. Yeah. But it's it's a new generation now. Let them be. Like Triple H even said it. I love what AEW is doing, but I'm not gonna compete with them. They're on their own ship. I'm running my ship. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know what. It's ridiculous. But the segment was amazing.
Oh no, thinking ship. You know.
The segment was good. I enjoyed it.
WCW vibes with them.
Oh, one thing about Bray Wyatt, I just want to say this real quick. I hope the only thing they don't change is after someone has a match with them, they're no longer the same.
Yeah, I hope they keep that. I love that. I love that. I love that.
I like that. I really like that. That's hard to do long term.
Yeah, I was just
the only way they could do that is if they treat them right and have it sparingly, because that's great. That's awesome. That's gonna have you paying attention to everything.
He made Daniel
hard to do.
Like he made Daniel Bryan babyface again.
Yeah.
He made Rollins this psychotic messiah type of heel.
Braun Strowman
became like a real monster.
But let's say he has 5-6 feuds in a year. That's a lot of a lot to keep long term.
Be part of the whole.
But if they spread it out and treat it sparingly, they could do that. That would be cool.
But now that he's going to SmackDown, I think his first feud should be Drew McIntyre. Who else are you going to give him to?
Damn. That's
anybody needs that change. It's him.
Yeah, he could use it. It's time.
It's time. You're not going to
done everything he needs to do as a face, and it'd be cool to see him heel again. Yeah,
Bray's already that main event guy. You need to throw him a main event guy. You need to.
Yeah, you got to feed him a big fish.
Somebody who can take a loss. Who's credible enough that can take a loss, keep on going, because you got to think about it. Bray has to win his first match as a squash. Like, they can't have no offense.
Yeah,
because he has to be in their head.
He has to be dominant,
dominant. So it has to be somebody that can, can take a loss as a squash.
And there's a lot he could build up and play off of with that storyline. You were champion, nobody saw it. You sitting here, you're doing the same thing. Yeah. That could be done.
We can.
But
have you ever had an encounter before?
No. That's why I want to see it. I want to see Drew and Bray.
Just keep him away from Roman as long as possible.
There's no time soon. No time soon.
But he needs that match. He does need that match. I'm even
saying it. If he goes against Roman, he needs to win.
He definitely needs to win.
He has to win.
Especially his last match, he lost to Roman.
Yeah.
that triple threat. So
No,
he
but
needs.
Braun took the pin.
I know Bronson, but it made the Fiend look weak when the Fiend was looking strong the whole
Son,
time.
they killed the Fiend as soon
They
as he lost
killed
his
the
tap.
Fiend. The
No,
moment Roman
I think
beat
his
the
match
shit
with
out of him,
Goldberg killed the Fiend.
Oh,
That
Already
Goldberg
dead.
match, that,
He was already dead. They brought him back and killed him again.
yeah,
that was, I was so
that was
mad.
stupid. That should have never happened. That literally ruined the Fiend momentum. But I mean, like, he was picking up momentum after that whole Roman Reigns and Braun. But then when Roman was like this, you're just a freak with a mask. You killed his character right there. Like, that was already,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you literally killed it. And then the loss here in Orton at Mania, that was it. Like, the Fiend was not the same no more.
But then it'll be even. Think about it. It'll be even if it's the Fiend and his faction and then Roman, because you can look at it this way. If it's true, this is what I've heard, that Dexter Lumis is going to be in that faction.
Yeah, I
It's
think
Dexter
he's
Lumis, Eric Rowan. I also saw, who was the kid, Dominic Kochovic, who went with Keith Lee. They had them 5-star matches. That he's one of the members too. So if you think about it, Eric Rowan has a past with the Usos. Remember, they had those burn behind matches.
Burners, yeah.
Yes, they had those. That's what I'm saying. So that could be a great storyline. Be like, look, yeah, Roman, we the ones, but are you freaking? This is Bray Wyatt. Like that, he could play in their head like no tomorrow and have their head spinning. And I think I like Bray Wyatt so much because if you could break somebody down mentally, breaking them down physically is nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah, once you take the mind.
And Bray is a fucking amazing wrestler, amazing performer. Yeah. So for his size, he breaks you mentally. Like we all said it.
It's entertaining. And that's what it comes down to. It's entertaining. It makes sense.
The new Taker generation. This is their Undertaker generation.
But you know what I'm worried about? They're dropping too many hints. True, but they're dropping too many hints with now The Rock talking about, I acknowledge the tribal chief. But then in another interview, he's like, I'm not going to say who the tribal chief is, but you're looking at him. And that's money. And I don't think they're going to bring The Rock back just to have him lose.
Promo is so easy, though. That's an easy promo for him.
I don't know.
Let's look at it this way. What should happen? Roman should drop the titles, but separately now. Like have the WWE back on Raw and the Universal.
Yeah, they have to split them up.
They have to split them up now. Now that they're considering that the draft is gonna come after Mania and all that shit, they have to have both titles separate now. But this is what I think. Whoever has the WWE title has to be ready to defend it at Mania, and who they should defend it, in all honesty, Cody Rhodes. He's ready. It's long-term coming for Cody. Universal, I think, in my opinion, Drew should feel that title and get that redemption back, be redeemed again. He should feud for the Universal with someone else. And let Roman, in all honesty, it's going to happen regardless, let him have that main event with The Rock. But without the title. They already have
if they could do that, that'd be great. If they could do that, that'd be great.
They're cousins. They're both the top faces of their generation. The Rock had the Attitude Era. Roman had this era. So what makes the story better? Who is the true head of the table in that family?
Can you imagine those promos?
The promos alone would be money.
I'm sorry, because Roman can seriously be like this. Wait, hold on. Because he can have Jimmy and Jay out there too. Be like, my dad's in the Hall of Fame. Their dad's in the Hall of Fame. Yokozuna's in the Hall of Fame. Wait, your dad and grandfather's in the Hall of Fame. Oh, you're the only one that's not in the Hall of Fame. Like, that could be something that could go like, really like, I went in the Hall of Fame because I was making broken records. Like, that's why I'm not in the Hall of Fame because I was helping you.
And let's be honest. And I think the Usos going to be in trouble regardless because it's already in the writing. We already know Sammy and Kevin Owens are going to team up and beat the shit out of the Usos. We all see that coming miles away.
Jimmy gonna only allow so much. Like, this is not just my brother. This is my twin.
That's the best part of the whole show is sometimes just Jimmy's face. When he took the shirt off and he finally was smiling, and he showed Jay, and when he showed the shirt, and then Jay just looking like, yeah, when I saw a post that said player hater of the year with Jay's face.
Feel like there's gonna be a betrayal soon. I think
it is. It's obvious.
It's obvious.
Even though I'm like, I really enjoy them. Even though I don't want it to happen yet.
Even though when you guys were watching commercials, we started chanting Sammy Uso.
That's funny.
We all started chanting Sammy Uso.
That's funny.
And here's another thing. He threw homage to Umaga. He did the ooze, ran, and then what made it funny, he sat down and rubbed his ass because they said it hurt him. We were Jay was like, what the fuck? And then we went back on live. So during the commercial break, Sammy got Sammy Uso. And they started chanting that again when we went back live.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
And he did it too. He goes, when we went on commercial break, he goes like this, honorary, and we all went, oops, like we all started chanting.
He is so over. It's crazy. And he deserves it.
You saw the tweet McFoley said. He said he was the highlight. That is.
That's one thing about this current batch. The fact that people like Sheamus are getting the rub that he deserves. The fact that Sammy is getting the adulation that he deserves. Because you think in the past year, what were they really doing? Before this current.
And Kevin Owens is finally going back as the prize
fighter. Like it's nice.
I'm loving the old KO.
It's being authentic. That's what I'm liking WWE right now. It's being very authentic.
How do you feel about the build for Brock and Lashley?
Amazing.
He finally gonna get what he wants.
Amazing. Finally, a dream match that we've been asking for fucking years.
I was wondering how they were gonna work in the title because I was like, they're not gonna give it.
No need. Perfect.
The moment Lesnar came out, we all knew Rollins was winning.
I actually knew Rollins was winning when he lost on Saturday. I was like,
exactly.
Well, that makes sense.
Exactly.
But it became like, all right, we knew he was gonna win, but now with Lesnar, it was like a guaranteed stamp on the paper. Yes, Rollins taking that belt. It was incredible. Oh, but I don't want to take credit, but I'm the one that started the welcome back chant for Lesnar. All right. Everybody was screaming. I was like, I had to start a chant. I always wanted to, and I finally did it. So
there you go.
I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
But what Lesnar's doing, finally, this should have been years ago. Give him feuds instead of he's bigger than the title now. He's just a main attraction. With Lashley, we all know that's a crown jewel, but it's gonna build up little by little to Mania because that's what they want. They want that to be a Mania match.
But Lashley told us in the post interview, he said, "Look, I'll worry about Seth later. Right now, Bobby Lashley, you're my focus." So he's already told us that we probably ain't gonna see them touch till because they're probably gonna do. You think they're gonna do like the title for title because that would be Walter versus Seth Rollins.
That'd be
I want to see that.
That's a match.
But are they gonna really do that though? Like, are they gonna have like Survivor Series SmackDown Raw again? Since they're already announcing that. They're
gonna have to do something because the Usos can't fight each other.
True.
That's true. Excited for the future of
well, and that's what feels nice. But I think that's the reason why they're doing War Games at Survivor Series now because all the titles are almost already unified. So you're gonna have what? Time it's gonna be
on WWE. It's always been on NXT.
Yeah.
But that's a hard act to follow because the War Games, especially with those chicks, they weren't playing.
Killed this.
They were hitting hard.
But I feel like it's gonna be two male stables on War Games. Because what female factions you have to feud any of them.
You don't have any yet.
Well, Bianca could be the
with
leader,
Bianca,
huh?
with Bianca, I'm guessing Bianca and Candice are gonna team up, but then Asuka and Alexis. But then who is Bailey gonna get a fourth? Like it makes no sense. You need four.
Yeah.
But this is,
They can always find a person.
Guys, the gram is throwing me off, so you already know. Thank you guys for being here. My BMF Army for watching. Subscribe to BMF Goddess on YouTube and follow my awesome friends. Good night, guys. May the force be with you.
good night.
Bye, y'all.